G'day all, welcome back to the channel. We're back on the internet again. Today we've got some dating tips from the queen of slurries. And the thing is, she's very open about it and I rate it because while it is things that men don't want to hear, she's telling you the absolute truth. It is great. So the video is, what makes a woman decide you're not a sexual option? Let's jump in. Let's get some tips straight from the horse's mouth.
Have you ever wondered exactly what it is that makes women decide that you are not Pound Town worthy? Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, former marriage and family therapist and Playboy radio show.
Dating coach for men, Playboy radio.
Host turned dating coach for men. And today I'm going to tell you the 6 things that ruin your chances of charging into the bedroom with the women you want. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with you looking like Brad Pitt or Timothy Chalamet. Because while you men see women as sexually viable or not, we women don't judge y'all that way. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to...
Yeah, where they judge you. I'll get into it in a bit more detail from my perspective and experiences. Obviously, I'm not a woman, so I can't tell you exactly how it goes. It's generally about prospect. It's generally about your social status. It's generally about, are you going somewhere in life? Can she tag along with you? Can she be upgraded and quickly? Women don't want to go for the mud with you. Most don't. Can she plug into your ready-made life that you've strived to create? That's generally it.
Find out exactly what gets us going when it comes to going to the bedroom or another one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so I've done a video on what makes us look at you like you are Pound Town worthy. And today I'm going to talk
Pound Town, like they're doing the panting, like she's picked you up off the ground. This one probably would. She'd probably pick you off the ground and she'd have a massive strap on.
You about the 6 things that say to us that we should absolutely not get naked with. Now because there's 6 of these, I'm gonna get right fucking to it. Let's start with number 1, which is overly agreeing with everything. I'll tell you right now, there is nothing that would dry up my puss more than you agreeing with every fucking thing I say. Oh, you want to go?
Oh wow, this chick is perfect example of Bumble and Hinge women who are going to be absolutely honest. Gotta love it. How's the language on it?
Go there, I want to go there. Oh, you think that's a good movie? I also think that's a good movie. Oh, you didn't like that waitress? I didn't like her either. Like, have a fucking spine. I don't want to fuck someone who's me. I do that just fine already. We come to you for the passion, the tension, the discrepancy between me being a woman and you being a man. And if you're sitting here being a yes man to me over and over and over again, that is not a man to me. That is a really supportive girlfriend. Now,
I mean, hopefully this girl's not married, but for me, I'll look at this. This is someone who says, on the dating apps, they're like, I've got a big personality. So if you don't like that, don't bother swiping. Real men apply only. You guys know the profiles I'm talking about. Real men apply only, and they've got it in capitals at the bottom. You other men, you're all losers. She does make a point, though. Being overly agreeable, women know what you're doing. You're being a little weasel. You're being a little snivelling little weasel trying to get you some clunge. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. But it isn't taking it the other way. So guys hear this information, right? And they take it the other way. And they become belligerent. You become overly rude. You'll say to her, I don't want to smash your dirty box in anyway. You smelly bin clunge. That's going to get her going.
You want to be a really supportive girlfriend? Or do you want to be a man who pounds me the fuck out? I am using me as...
And then she gets this guy on here. He's like, yeah, man. Oh... I'm legit. I'm not putting this on, guys. It's funny.
the example, but we're talking about all women here. No woman wants to just have her man avoid all disagreements whatsoever. This means have your own opinions, have your own thoughts. Tell me what's really going on for you. Tell me where you want to go to dinner. Don't just wait for me to say that I'd like to go out. Too many of you are like, oh, whatever you want to do, whenever you're free. Like, get the fuck out of here. Tell me where we're going. Tell me when we're going. And I will be
Slurry. Like, this is I don't know if she's putting on this as an act or what. How can you be a dating coach who carries on like this? I want men to pan me the F out. It's so true though. Like, you get these chicks who are on the dating apps and they're all about trying to put on this holier than thou perception. A lot of guys eat it up, really, but a lot of them, you think, nah, you're nuts. You're nuts, G-man. A lot of them on the back burner, they've got guys who are pounding them the F out while they're trying to work out if you're an idiot who's going to give them the boyfriend treatment, take them out for meals. It's dead set. Happens. I'm not kidding you. You have some guy strangling her and putting her up in the Lex Luger torture rack, smashing her back in and throwing her face in the dirt at the end of it. You know, you're down the local park in the middle of the night, smashing her back in doggy style. And as you blow your load, you just push her over and her face lands in the mud. She's all about it. Yeah, because he's not nice to me, yeah.
going with you to bed. The second trait is what I like to call the latch and leech. This is you trying to get her to give you the topic to talk about. What do you like to do for fun? Oh, friends, I like friends too. Like, I was calling it the me too, but my clients were like, Jessica, I don't me too. But what I mean when I say is you use us to give you something to work with. You use us to lead this interaction. You latch onto whatever we've got going on to try to say something about yourself. Whether it's, oh yeah, I also like music. I had a client that this is what he did. He would just ask question after question after question until the girl said something that he could use. Every now and then he got lucky because she would say something early enough in the conversation that he could latch onto. But how do you think we're gonna feel when you latch onto us and leech off of us? Exactly, we're gonna feel the weight of carrying this interaction and this dynamic. And how turned on do you think I'm gonna be if I have to carry you on my back to the bedroom?
Oh. Now, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm going to say, for the most part, men need to carry and do all the work. But how would you get a word in, going out on a date with this chick? She'd be fucking carrying on like a pork chop, as we say over here in the show. Carrying on like a pork chop. Wouldn't get a word in. But I found, for the most part, women aren't overly great at leading a conversation. I don't think, in 2025, that men need to be this alpha dog who runs every single interaction like we get spouted to on the internet. What's wrong with human beings, both accountable adults, being able to converse like adults, drive a conversation? Is it a male or a female trait, really? But I have absolutely noticed that a lot of women out there aren't really great at it. You could be trying to pull teeth to get a conversation going, especially, maybe not in person, it might be better depending on how you gel. But on these dating apps, on text messages, you're trying to get something out of them, you can't. It's like one-word answers. Generally, you know why? Disinterested. Texting 15 other guys at the same time.
Room. Exactly. By the time we get up there, I'm going to be really fucking tired, and I'm not going to want your peen anywhere near my vagine. Also, when you act like you're intruding by talking to her or waiting for an in, like, again, that's not a man who leads us into bed, which is what we all fantasize about. I'm telling you right now, no woman is going to want to sleep with you if you're waiting around for permission to talk and waiting around for something good to talk about. Instead, give us who you are. Don't wait for me to give you something to talk about. We feel the weight of that. So instead of, what do you like to do for fun? Give me, oh my God, I was just walking in here and I saw like 12 dudes dancing in a circle and girls tried to dance with them and they told them to get away. But I don't even think they were gay. What would you do if those men wouldn't let you in the dance circle?
Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse is trying to entertain someone with this kind of mindset. While I reckon she'll be an absolute firecracker, it'll be a Bang Bros, it'll be a Fake Taxi episode reenactment with this one. It'll be on. She'll be in a torture rack for sure. For sure. You'd have the bottle of coconut oil out, no worries. It'd be on. Is it worth it to put up with the hurdle of making it all the way through? This woman, I think it's her act. I don't know. Maybe she isn't, but overly loud and obnoxious to the point where it's painful. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's worth it. Or maybe it's me just getting older, me becoming more cynical and thinking, you know what? No, I'd rather just stay at home. Deal with all this. So you can't agree with everything they say. However, you need to lead a conversation. And if you don't do those two things, you're only up to two. Her clunge dries up. And as she said, she's not getting her back smashed in by you. Chandlin opening sesame for you, boys. All right. Guys, we're at that point again. Consider subbing to the channel if you're new. It's much appreciated. Let's get this channel going. Press that hype button. Swipe left or right on the comments if you're on mobile and press the hype button. That helps me out. Like and comment. Let's get this channel moving again. Let's go. And also, if you want to support the channel, link in the video description for my Patreon. A lot of exclusive content on there that's no longer on YouTube. Cheers.
Goal. Again, give us your personal experience. I can't say it enough. I'm fucking tired of saying it. But if you just discovered my channel now, I always say, speak from your brain, your body. Give us you first. Say something about you first, then engage her. That is what it means to lead. And when you can lead in the conversation, in the interaction, you're essentially leading the dynamic. And when you have control of that dynamic through leading this conversation, you can have control over where it goes. And if you want to take me to Pound Town, you can. And if you don't want to, you can pass on me. And that'll be your control in this entire dance of seduction. Make sense?
Is it seduction? Or is it just jumping through hoops so then she will go, yeah, this guy was fun. He passed all my stupid little tests so he can smash my little box in. Smash a box right in, good old Jessica J. I'd be all about it. Jessica J, yeah. If you're watching this, hit me up. Put you in the VN.
Okay, number 3 is where you're over-giving or overly available. So, again, depending on how long you have been with me, you may have heard me talk about the love bucket, where if you and I are now engaged in a dynamic, let's say we have a bucket between us, where we're both meant to put 50% each into the bucket. However, what do you think is going to happen if you now give 60% into the bucket? Exactly. Simple math would tell you that I can now only give 40% into the bucket. You giving 60% might mean maybe you're always the one who starts the conversation. Maybe you're talking a lot about yourself and you haven't once asked me anything about me. Maybe you're all...
We don't give a shit. All right, let's talk about that. Women always say, how do you know if a guy's into you or not? Because you asked all these deep and meaningful questions and you had a really deep conversation. That's generally how most men don't operate. We'll listen to you talk. We'll talk about what you're talking about. We'll ask a few questions here and there. We're not going to dig deep into your psyche. We're not going to do that. Maybe some guys might, but for the most part, I've never thought that way. Oh yeah, I want to ask you 20 questions about your life. I want to know everything about your family. I want to know all about all your past relationships and why they busted up and all that. I don't care about all that shit. All they care about is your legs open with the dim sim penetrating. That's all we're caring about on the first date for the most part. I don't care what your political leanings are. I don't care about any of that stuff. It is spread-eagled. That's all I'm caring about. It's one thing, guys, that why women like to try and get as much information out of you as possible. And that's why they'll say to you, well, he didn't ask me any of the same questions. Women will ask you very personal things. Very personal things to you. Could be about your last relationship. How long you've been single. You're always going to get this. Okay, number one, it is, what is your intent on the dating app? So what are you looking for in here? It's the most stupid line I've ever heard. Yeah, it's quite obvious what I'm looking for. To meet you and potentially take it somewhere. It goes without saying. What are you on here for? How long have you been single? Oh, yeah. How long did that relationship last? Oh, yeah. What was your part in the breakup and what did you learn from that process? What was she like? Well, tell us about your other relationship. They want to know all this stuff. What did you learn from it? What did you take away? Because you would have had a big part to play in that. What did you learn from it? They'll ask you all this shit. You don't know this person from a bar of soap. You're just starting to sip a coffee. They start going there. Bonkers.
Always available, and I'm the one who's always busy. This is what it means to give more into that love bucket. However, if you're giving more, I naturally can only give less, right? Simple math. And how badly do you think I'm gonna want to sleep with a dude that I am not putting in that much effort for? Exactly. We women, we don't want an easy man either. We don't want you to be fucking easy. No woman wants to sleep with her lapdog. And if she does, that is not a woman you would want to sleep with. So again, pull back a little bit. Give us the opportunity to chase you. Give us the opportunity to reach out to you first. Again, by cognitive dissonance, if we women are subconsciously or inadvertently forced to engage as much as you, or if, you give us the space to engage and put in as much effort as you, again, through cognitive dissonance, these actions will then convince our brain that we are putting in this much effort because we want you just as much. So again,
Guys, it's a complete basket case, isn't it? That's why guys get frustrated with all this sort of thing. Why can't it be simple? Why can't it be simple? You know why they act this particular way? Because there's just so much optionality out there for them. So they're going to find 100 different ways for you not to get the clunge. Or as she said, pound the F out of her clunge. You're going to find a whole bunch of different reasons. That's why they ask you so many questions and they pick and probe. They want to know your political beliefs and what do you think about Trump and what do you think about this and that. Do you like Kamala Harris? Do you like Anthony Albanese? What do you think about Penny Wong? That's why they go there, because they're trying to trip you up, because they've got another 15 other guys that want to go on dates with them. That's the reason why they do it. That's why a lot of women are so belligerent. And you can see that they're being coarse. And they're trying to be argumentative when you're out with them. They're trying to test you, play around with you. I really don't understand why. I really don't understand why it has to be that way. But we know why. I said too many options, and it's the elimination process. This chick, she's all right. She's all right. I'd imagine what she'll look like with no makeup or nothing. She'll be all right. But it's a little, you stand a little Asian bird. Nothing's fantastic going on here. And what, she have to be 40-something, 40 plus.
Take a step back, take a fucking step back, and let us be in the love bucket with you, which will hopefully lead to Pound Town with us. Number 4, good God, I'm happy to tell you guys this. But also not, because every woman complains about this. However, I'm going to tell you why this is Pound Town worthy. So, you not paying attention or listening is going to make us not want to fuck you. Here's the thing. Sex is very vulnerable for us. At the end of the day, we women have this inherent fear of taking our clothes off and becoming vulnerable and susceptible to death when it comes to you.
Come on. I hate that comment. They'll say, if you say to a girl, let's catch up here, a certain place. Oh, no, I'm scared you're going to be an axe murderer. How do I know you're not an axe murderer? Dumbest thing ever. You're not scared. You know how many times I've caught up with women and very quickly spread-eagled? They're only scared of meeting up if you're a potential creep. They don't know. They haven't validated you yet. It is not a vulnerable thing. I don't know what they're talking about. They throw that shit around. They're throwing around that snatch. You have some snatch, and you have some snatch, just like Oprah Winfrey. You have some snatch, G-Man, and you have some snatch, John Smith, and you have some snatch. It's not some vulnerable thing of high value. Get stuffed.
You men. That's just how we're built. We don't necessarily have muscles that could choke you out if we need it to happen. And every woman has this very unconscious understanding that heightened testosterone can either mean sex or rage with y'all. So, with that said, we need to trust you. We need to feel safe with you. That is a very basic need for all women across the board when it comes to coming with you. So, if all you did was just pay attention to us and just listen to us and make us feel like you're paying attention and making us feel like you're listening. That's going to make us feel like, okay, this guy actually cares.
Did you hear about that? It's not whatever's based in reality and what actually is happening. It's feel. And that's why I say to guys, especially with chicks like this, just tell them the dream. Go along with the script. As I said, Skynet learns. This is why Skynet learns, because you go through these frustrating experiences and you learn what to say, what to do. You'll say what you need to say to get some snatch. A guy will do that. People say, well, you shouldn't lie to them, G-man, blah, 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 blah. Fine. Get no action. Get no action. It's either lie by omission or put on some mayo. Right? Especially if you just want to get in and out like Jason Bourne. Operation Treadstone, as we talk about. Say the things you know they're going to like. Get them going. Even if you don't believe in any of it, or you're not even feeling that way legitimately. And get what you got to get.
About me, and I will feel okay going to bed with someone who cares about me. But if you're like the 3 clients I'm thinking about who never shut the fuck up, always cut the women off when they're talking, always talk over them, always interrupt them, barely ask the women about them, barely notice that the girls are trying to get a word in, how much do you think women are gonna want to fuck them? They're just not. Because again, it's just going back to the basic primal need of needing to feel safe and needing to feel cared about. And you not listening and paying attention is the fastest way to make us feel like you don't care about us. Therefore, lady boner gone. I'm telling you right now, it can be as simple as you just parroting back everything she's saying. When I tell clients to do this, they're like, I can't do that. She'll know what I'm doing. Yeah, she'll know that you're listening and it will feel incredible. And every time I give this directive, they're always so blown away that it actually worked. So take it from me, acknowledge every single thing that she says to you. It could do you no wrong. Because if you...
Okay, so a bit of conflicting advice there. So it's don't go along with everything, but also acknowledge everything she's saying to you. So does acknowledgement mean you could also push back and argue? I'll be with you, man. I'll be real with you guys. I've blown up heaps of dates before when women have talked absolute shit and I've just not gone along with it. I'll tell you now, women don't like to be argued with. Very belligerent. They want to be criticised on something they might have said, even if you do it very, very lightly. Date over. Oh, I wasn't feeling the spark. Oh, if this is how you are now, how are you going to be if we go out together? It's bullshit advice.
You don't listen and you don't pay attention, we're not going to want to pay attention to your peen later in Pound Town. Okay, number 5. Getting sexual before there's a connection. So there's this thing with women, it's like, nothing is scarier than a penis we don't want. I'll tell you right now, nothing really scares me more than a man who gets sexual with me or speaks sexual or tries to speak romantic before there's any sort of connection. It really freaks me the fuck out. I remember one time I was on an excursion. I forget which country I was in. It was just me and the tour guide. And we're shooting the shit, talking about things. And very randomly, he talks about what he likes in bed. And I promise you, we were not speaking about our personal lives. We were not speaking about our current romantic statuses. And I remember feeling so scared in that moment. Because I'm alone with this man in a jungle, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna murder me. I remember genuinely being terrified for my life because
I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I can't watch any more of this fucking bullshit today. I can't do it. If you guys want to watch it, you can look her up, Jessica J Dating. Hope you got something out of it. Slurries will be slurrying. See you in the next one.